I just took a different diet, a little bit of salt, a little bit of coconut oil, put into it, and we just steamed it out with cucumbers and vegetables and some mushrooms, some carrots. And it's so plain, but it's still a little bit of taste of vegetables in here. And when I was looking around and we were passing out the good stuff, I was tempted to say, oh yes, but I didn't. But I find this interesting. You were able to resist temptation of satisfying your taste buds. And you know the danger of always in pursuit of satisfying your taste buds? Obesity, sweetness, carbohydrates. And also when you're eating something plain, you are easily satisfied. You eliminate one of the 6 most active sense organs, that is your tongue. When you were born and when you were a teenager, when you're not vegetarian yet, your taste buds like meat. You don't care about where the meat comes from. You don't care about how they slaughter cows, how they slaughter the hogs, the chickens. You don't care about that as long as they satisfy your taste buds. Thereby you are creating a lot of karma for yourself. You like to go to a restaurant, seafood restaurant, where you see the waiter hand out a lobsters to you, and you like to see the lively lobsters dancing around, and the next minute it cooks out all red and you put it in your stomach, through your mouth. And you don't care about the suffering of the lobsters. You know how they kill lobsters in the restaurant? I asked the Chinese chef in the seafood restaurant. A lobsters, inside the body of lobsters contains the urine of the lobsters. And the urine tastes bad. So what they do is they put a needle through the bottom to break through the bladder of the lobsters and let the urine comes out. You imagine how painful it would be to kill a lobster? And then they put it in boiling water. Imagine if you were in boiling water, what would you do? So that's not my topic today, though. That's a topic that I can talk for hours. How do they slaughter cows and pigs and chickens and all that? And we should all be vegetarian. You don't need to satisfy your taste, but that's just what I've been doing now. We're eating vegetarian, and we go one step further. We don't eat any other things other than vegetables, not even soybeans. Nowadays, soybeans has changed its DNA. It's not the same soybeans anymore as before. They changed the DNA of animals. They also changed the DNA of plants. So I don't know what we can eat in the future. You better go to the Pure Land, because nothing you can eat. Okay, so let's get back to the question. But question number 1, how does one know which city or country to be in to pursue one's life journey? You mean you have a choice? I don't think you have a choice. You have a choice afterwards, maybe. When you were born, do you have a choice? If your parents are in Vancouver, you say, I don't want to be in Vancouver. You don't have a choice. Your karma has brought you to Vancouver parents. You can say, you don't even have a choice. It's, I don't want to be born. I don't want to be born in this family. Do you have a choice as you don't want to be born in a certain family? You have no choice. And also, strangely speaking, your parents did not particularly expect you to come. They did that kind of thing because it doesn't mean that they want you. They just did it and you came. They don't say, okay, I want John, so we did that kind of thing to get John. No. You just, because of the karma that you came. So your parents didn't have a choice? Can your parents say, I don't want to have a boy, I want to have a girl. Or I want to have a girl that would be talented in music, talented in piano. I want to have a girl that can be the best singer. You don't have a choice. They don't have a choice and you don't have a choice. So which city? You don't have a choice. Where you're born, you don't have a choice. However, you had your choice before. Because you have chosen to build up the karma to bring you over there in that city. You have built up all these causes to get you into that city. In other words, if you have built up all your causes to go to heaven, you won't go to hell. If you have built up all your causes to go to hell, you won't go to heaven. If you have cultivated all your causes to go to university, you will. Because you study hard, you plan to go there, you wish to go there, you fulfill all the conditions that make you go there. It's a condition fulfillment. Have you fulfilled your conditions to go to UBC? Or you haven't. If you haven't fulfilled the conditions, make all the conditions come true, you can't go. So the choice is still up to you. But at a certain level, it's not up to you anymore, because after you make that choice of doing certain things, the karma gets you. But after you were born, you still have a choice. So in other words, strictly speaking, we always have a choice. You have neglected the choice. You have a choice to be good. So as to which city you will be in, that's the philosophy behind choices and which city you should be in. However, another side of the question is, if you really want to choose, which city I want to choose, it's easy. I want to choose a city that has fresh air, fresh water. I want to choose a city that has stable government. I want to choose a city that has democracy. You know, I don't have to tell you that. To pursue one's life journey, you want to be in a city that does not forbid you to believe in a certain way. You want a city that you're free, you have freedom of speech, you have freedom of actions. You were born in that city. But do you appreciate that? You're born in a democratic society, you have free speech, good air, fresh water. You're in a good city. But what do? Walk the spiritual path. Get into the path for enlightenment, building up your wisdom, not your bad karmic energy. It's up to you. It's just like a computer is in front of you. You can access any information you want. Some people access into information that they shouldn't be getting. And some people access into learning. The choice is in you. If I can make a suggestion to you from perspective of a monk, get into the Buddhist teaching. Get more, to know more. Click into the Buddhist teaching. Clicking into something more spiritual, more intelligent, giving you wisdom, giving you self-control, giving you the confidence, not giving you despair, anxiety, and depression. That's the only thing I can tell you. I don't know what else. So you pursue your own life journey. I can't walk it for you. You have to walk it yourself. Venerable, could you expand upon the directive not to hate evildoers, as in the 8 realizations, not to hate evildoers? How do we do this in modern day? Forgive. To forgive is heroic. To fight back is a coward. Because if you forgive, all of a sudden, your mentality is wide open, because you are willing to accommodate people who are quote unquote bad, who you cannot accept. But you can accept more. You are all more accommodating. You are not carried away by the emotions that you create in interacting with people. You think that person is doing you bad stuff. He's suppressing you, he's bringing you unhappiness, and that act, that sentence, that voice leads you to anger. But you don't want your emotion to be carried away, because that object that creates your anger is of no essence. It's just a few words from the mouth. But because of those few words, it leads your anger feeling out. Don't get carried away by your own emotions and follow the object of attention. Get back to your object of attention. What did I tell? What did we say about the object of attention? Get back to this breath. Why do we use this breath, our object? Because we have so many objects to get carried away. Your curse, your yelling, a lot of objects to carry away so that you get emotional, you be carried away by it. And now in meditation, you pick only one object of attention, that is your breath. You don't want to be carried away by any of these. You're training yourself not to be moved by your own emotion. You don't interact to it, you just respond to it. Somebody cursed you, you respond, oh, he's cursing me, fine, that's okay. I'm not interacting it with anger. You don't carry away. Your emotion is not being driven out, instigated from your consciousness, because you're accommodating. And when you're more accommodating, you have more empty space in you, you have more space to work with inside you. And that's cleverness, that's intelligence, that's wisdom. It's easy to fight back. Why? Why fight back? A coward, I think it's more heroic to be accommodating than always fighting back on tiny little emotions. Sometimes you may find that the anger so created is just puny little thing. You get angry. You're habituated with anger. You're habituated with emotional feeling. Get rid of those. So even if somebody do you bad things, becomes in your mind, is evildoer, forgive them. Do not hate them. Just let them go. Just be sympathetic with their karma. They may not know what they're doing. They get carried away by their own emotions. You don't do the same thing. If you're doing the same thing, you're the same as that person you hate. You're at the same level. Are you not at a higher level after listening to this stupid monk for 1 or 2 months? You're at a higher level. Next question. Is karma still as irrelevant if you don't believe in rebirth? You mean if you don't believe in something, that thing is not going to happen? I don't believe that I will die, so I will never die. You bury your head into the sand like an ostrich and you say, I don't believe that any hunter will get me. You think you won't be got by the hunter? It's not the belief. You can't bury your own head into the sand. If you don't believe in rebirth, you still have to be reborn. You don't believe in dying, you still have to die. If you don't believe in karma, you still create a karma if you do things like that. Next question. Can you repeat the name of the book related to the brain? Yes, I can repeat it. You can put it down. You have a pencil. My Stroke of Insight by Jill Taylor. I got it from another question. Who got it? Maybe from Google. And she is a professor at Harvard, a brain specialist. My Stroke of Insight. It's a good book. The more you read into it, you'll find out more that what the Buddha talked about is supportable by what she said in the book. Yeah?
She also has a 20 minutes talk in TED.
TED Talks. It's an international organization. They bring the best speakers forward.
Oh, I see. How do you get into TED Talk?
You are invited.
Huh?
You are invited. And tickets to attend, 15,000.
15,000, but then can you get it from Google?
Get it on the internet.
On the internet.
For free.
So what's the link?
TED Talks.
Just do TED.
How to spell TED?
TED.
TED? Just TED Talk and it will come out? All the good speeches?
Yeah.
You see, we have a lot to learn, you know.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think learning has become easier and easier every day if you are always learning. Yeah.
Taylor did a lot of interviews with Oprah Winfrey too, I think. A series of 4 talks.
Yeah.
About that.
About that.
Recovery.
Yeah, about recovery, yeah.
Very enlightening.
Very enlightening, yeah, very enlightening. So, There's a lot to learn.